Hey, this is Erika Awakening from tapsmarter.com. Welcome back to day 11 of the World Peace Challenge. Thank you for still being here. Commitment's really important to this process. Ideally, you tap all the videos multiple times. The people who use my regular 30-day challenges, which are available at tapsmarter.com/store, are getting best results when they use the challenges multiple times. And even after you've tapped it several times, you can come back to it a few months later and get even more results. So commitment, really, really important. Remember, we're changing millions of beliefs as we go through these programs, and it does require some commitment to change all those beliefs. Alright, so today's topic is going to be, I don't see how we're going to get world peace when I can't even get peace in my own relationships. Now, the world's a hologram, so working on our own relationships is an important part of manifesting world peace. It's a very, very important part, and don't deceive yourself into believing there are any conflicts you don't need to get resolved. It's a false ego belief that we could write off some people in our life and pretend they don't matter, and it's okay that we haven't talked to them in 5 years because they don't deserve us and blah blah blah. It's all a bunch of ego nonsense. If you want world peace, every conflict in your own life has got to get resolved, and you just do the best you can to get the skills to start doing that. As Course in Miracles teaches, there are no small upsets. Every upset is equally disturbing to my peace of mind. So really make a commitment in your life that you're going to get all your relationships healed, even the ones with the people that you're judging, especially the ones with the people you're judging, because those are actually the ones that are holding you back the most. All right, let's go and karate chop. Even though I don't see how it's going to be possible for us ever to get world peace, I can't even get peace in my own relationships. I have people who haven't talked to me in years. I have people who refuse to treat me with respect. I have people who are judging me and dismissive of me. And I have people I'm judging and dismissive of. And the truth is, I don't have the skills to get those issues happily resolved. Maybe I have big conflicts with my family. Maybe I've written some people off. Maybe I think some people are best avoided. They're not safe. They're not worth my time. And these are not situations where seemingly unforgivable sins have happened, like murdering each other's children, which has gone all over the world. So if I can't get these petty conflicts resolved, how are we ever going to have world peace? I love and accept myself anyway. On the top of your head. Even though I continue to feel overwhelmed, I don't see how we're ever going to have world peace. I don't see how it's even possible. I probably have silly conflicts with people where we're hostile to each other or stopped talking to each other years ago over things so stupid I don't even remember how the conflict started. I cut people off just because they're annoying. Because I think they're wasting my time. Because I don't see what's in it for me to continue communicating with them. I'm not very loving. My love is very selective. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. If you're not scratching my back, then you're not even worth my time. If I don't perceive you as being an equal socially, I probably won't be willing to make any effort at all. And so really petty issues become the justification for not loving anyone and everyone. Deep down, I feel guilty about this. I don't know squat about unconditional love. I have all kinds of ego justifications for why I'm handling things this way. But if I were really honest about it, I'm not very proud of it. My love's not unconditional. Sometimes I think I don't even know how to love. I could invest the time and the energy in getting these situations resolved. But I don't want to be bothered. I'm telling myself a story that I don't have the time and energy for this. And why should I have to bother? These people aren't worth my time. They're not giving anything back. I don't really want to be honest about my guilt. How yucky it feels to be unloving. I don't want to be honest about my grief and my shame. The truth is, I feel pretty inadequate. Sometimes I really try to get these situations resolved. And we just get in this endless bickering. Maybe it reminds me of my parents. They never had very good communication skills. I don't have very many good role models for how to get conflicts peaceably resolved. And wow, if I can't be bothered to learn this in my own life, and the world is really a hologram, there's no hope for world peace. It's pretty depressing. I need to be the change I want to see in the world. And I don't think I have what it takes. I don't even know where to begin. It's hard for me to even be honest about this. Choose to love myself anyway. And even though I don't know the solution to this issue, God and the angels can help me. I choose to remove any remaining ego blocks that are preventing me from receiving assistance from divine and human agents who could be helping me have peace in all of my relationships now. Alright, let's take a deep breath. Ooh, grief coming from the lungs. We're going to do some Course in Miracles. Let's go back on karate chops. My real thoughts are in my mind. I would like to find them. Then try to go past all the unreal thoughts that cover the truth in your mind and reach to the eternal. Under all the senseless thoughts and mad ideas with which you have cluttered up your mind are the thoughts you thought with God in the beginning. They are there in your mind now, completely unchanged. God is the love in which I forgive. I choose to make a list in my mind of all the people I have not yet forgiven. All the people I'm holding grudges and grievances against. And I go down that list one by one, declaring to myself and them, God is the love in which I forgive you. God is the love in which I forgive you, my perceived enemy. God is the love in which I forgive you, Mother. God is the love in which I forgive you, Father. God is the love in which I forgive you, ex-partner. God is the love in which I forgive you, friend who seemed to betray me. God is the love in which I forgive God for letting me down. God is the love in which I forgive myself. I am entitled to miracles. I am entitled to miracles because I'm under no laws but God's. His laws release me from all grievances and replace them with miracles. I would accept the miracles in place of the grievances, which are only illusions that hide the miracles beyond. Now I would accept only what the laws of God entitle me to have, that I may use it on behalf of the function He has given me. Behind these unforgiven situations are miracles to which I am entitled. Let me not hold a grievance against you, but offer you the miracle that belongs to you instead. Seen truly, this situation offers me a miracle. Alright, take a deep breath. Remember, try to stay as grounded and present as you can in your body, because the more you can feel your feelings, the more powerful tapping is. And that's it's a learned skill. If you want to learn more about that, go to tapsmarter.com/coaching, because that's one of the things I teach. Let's go back on Karate Chop. Let miracles replace all grievances. By this idea do I unite my will with the Holy Spirit's and perceive them as one. By this idea do I accept my release from hell. By this idea do I express my willingness to have all my illusions be replaced with truth, according to God's plan for my salvation. Let's go on the top of your head. I would make no exceptions and no substitutes. I want all of heaven and only heaven, as God wills me to have. I would not hold this grievance apart from my salvation. Let our miracles be replaced by let our grievances be replaced by miracles. Oh, that's a reversal right there. Even though there's a part of me that still doesn't want miracles, I still want to hold on to my grievances. My anger is justified. Let our grievances be replaced by miracles anyway. Beyond these situations are the miracles by which all my grievances are replaced. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. Let me realize today that the problem is always some form of grievance that I would cherish. Let me also understand that the solution is always a miracle with which I let the grievance be replaced. Today I would remember the simplicity of salvation by reinforcing the lesson that there is one problem and one solution. The problem is a grievance. The solution is a miracle. And I invite the solution to come to me now through my forgiveness of the grievance and my welcome of the miracle that takes its place. Alright, take a deep breath. Ooh, fear came up in that for me. You can feel it coming up through the body. So tune into your body and see what came up for you. And I had that slip in what I was saying, which is gives us a sign that we've got a reversal going on, meaning ego doesn't want the problem solved. Ego doesn't want the problem solved. So you got to make sure to clear those reversals, otherwise the tapping is less effective. Too much to explain here. Anyway, back on karate chop. This presents a problem to me, which I would have resolved, even though my very pesky ego doesn't want it solved. The miracle behind this grievance will resolve this problem for me. The answer to this problem is the miracle that it conceals. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. Okay, now let's go on the top of your head. I seem to have problems only because I'm misusing time. I believe the problem comes first, and time must elapse before it can be worked out. I do not see the problem and the answer as simultaneous in their occurrence. That is because I do not yet realize that God has placed the answer together with the problem, so they cannot be separated by time. The Holy Spirit will teach me this if I will let Him. And I will understand it is impossible that I could have a problem that has not been solved already. I need not wait for this to be resolved. The answer to this problem is already given me, if I will accept it. Time cannot separate this problem from its solution. Alright, take a deep breath. That's one of my favorite passages in the book, those review lessons we just did. Alright, the book again is A Course in Miracles, most powerful book on the planet. I don't say that lightly. I've read so many books. So more fear came up, but I don't want the videos to get too long. So if you're experiencing that as well, my suggestion is just tap the video multiple times until you feel that fear dissipate. And we'll let this integrate and we'll see what's next. This is Erika Awakening. Remember, if you have questions, ask them on the forum, tapsmarter.com/forum. Take care.